started. Yeah. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trey, back at it again with another YouTube video. Today's video, we're going to be reacting to 10 inventions you didn't know were made by Nazis. You know, the swastika and everything. Y'all ain't stupid. But anyway, hope Nazis didn't make anything I actually like. Alright, let's get to it. Oh man, dang. Can I start the video? Starting without 3, 2, 1.
Factsverse presents 10 inventions you didn't know were made by Nazis.
Okay.
Number 1. Fanta Soda.
I don't even drink Fanta anyway.
If you love Fanta orange soda, well, you can thank the Nazis for that. During World War II, there was a very strict trade embargo. This meant that there were very strict rules regarding what could come into Germany and what could be shipped out. Well, due to the trade embargo, they couldn't get the syrup you use to make Coca-Cola. They were forced to use the resources they did have, and Fanta Orange Soda was born. It was made by the Coca-Cola Company in Germany, which meant that after the war, Coca-Cola did start receiving profits for the drink. Of the 10 inventions that you didn't know were made by Nazis, for many people, this would probably be the most important. Number 2. The Jerrycan. This is a container used to hold fuel, and it was made in Germany in the 1930s. It was made for the German military because the older methods of carrying fuel weren't the best because you needed tools and funnels to pour the fuel properly. The Jerrycan is capable of holding up to 20 liters of fuel. After other countries caught wind of what the Germans were using, they started making their own jerrycans. The military in many countries have adopted the same system. If you ever run out of gas and you need to fill a gas can to get on the road again, you can thank the Germans for this invention. Number 3. Land Cruiser 1000. This was a design for a mega tank that was created in 1942. It would have been the biggest tank in the world, and it would have been 5 times larger than other tanks. It would have needed a crew of 20 people to operate it. The design was accepted, and the tank went into production at the beginning of 1943. The tank stopped being made before it was finished because it was very expensive and difficult to make. The design, however, became important later on. Many other tanks were made using bits and pieces from the original design. Number 4. The blow-up doll. During World War II, sexually transmitted diseases were on the rise in Germany. Syphilis was the most common disease. This is because when the German troops were in Paris, they spent their free time with prostitutes. Because of this, Hitler funded a project called the Bourgeois Project to create blow-up dolls for the soldiers so they could take them into battle and wouldn't need the companionship of prostitutes. Many people believe this story to be true. However, since there is a lack of evidence, in 2000, people began believing that it was just a hoax. Number 5. The Z4 computer. During World War II, Hitler put a lot of funds into technology so that Germany would be the #1 country when it came to technological advances. Many of the inventions went belly up after the war, and even before they were even fully completed, with the exception of the Z4 computer. It was the world's first digital computer. Other countries started using the computer, and in Europe it was the most commonly used computer all the way through the 1960s. Since then, great strides have been made when it comes to making computers. However, the Z4 computer is what got the ball rolling for new technology. Number 6. Volksempfaenger. This was a range of radio receivers that was designed in 1933. The idea was to make it as easy to use and as inexpensive as possible so that the German public could have their own. The radio was created by the man who created the propaganda, which led to Hitler's rise in power, named Joseph Goebbels. This radio was used to push Hitler's agendas, making him popular with the public, even though many things that were broadcast over these radios were completely false. Many of the radios that came after this one took a few tips from its design. Number 7. 3D filming. Since Hitler often used propaganda to make his way to the top, he was very interested in filmmaking and how he could use it for his own benefit. Because of this, the Germans spent a great deal of money on new filming techniques. One of these technologies was 3D filming. There were 2 3D films discovered from Nazi Germany from 1936 which were way ahead of their time. It wasn't for another 16 years that Hollywood started using 3D filming in their movies. While these were films simply to spread propaganda, they did become very popular in Hollywood. The next time you visit the movie theater with your 3D glasses in tow, you can thank Hitler, unfortunately. Number 8. The Volkswagen. One of the major issues in Germany in the 1930s was transport. Very few people in Germany had a car because they were just too expensive. Because of this, Hitler funded the People's Car Project, which would make cheap, affordable cars for the people of Germany. This is how the Volkswagen was born. After the war, Volkswagen became the second largest car maker in the world. The project was so successful that driving a car in Germany became as popular as it was in America. The current company cut all ties with the Nazi Party, however. If it weren't for Hitler and his project, you wouldn't be able to get behind the wheel of your Volkswagen Beetle today. Number 9. The V-2 rocket. After the Allies attacked various parts of Germany, Hitler put a great deal more money into weaponry, with emphasis on explosives. Thanks to this funding, the first ever long-range guided ballistic missile was made. This particular rocket started being used in 1944. It was only used for about a year because in 1945 the war ended. If it had been created earlier, it could have caused serious problems for Germany's enemies. In the 1 year that the rocket was used, it claimed the lives of over 9,000 people. The production alone caused the death of over 12,000 laborers. It was later used by other countries up until 1952. That was when more expensive explosives were developed. Number 10. Methadone. Most people know that one of the most common medications used to help heroin addicts is methadone. It was originally developed to be a painkiller in Germany somewhere between 1937 and 1939. The original formula had many side effects, therefore it took a while before it could be an effective painkiller. By 1947, the drug was safe enough to be approved for use in the United States. It is highly regulated because it's highly addictive. The Nazis used this pain medication in battle so that injured soldiers could continue to fight even after an injury. Subscribe for more.
Subscribe. Go subscribe, you guys. Is that it? Hold up. Alright, guys, I was going to end the video off right there, you know what I'm saying? Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe down below which one you want me to react to next. More videos coming. I'm thinking about having a schedule for when I post now. I might just post like every Saturday and Wednesday. I'm not exactly sure, but eventually I'm gonna get a schedule because as you can see, I've been like just posting at random and it's just kind of been, I mean, I don't know if you guys like that or not, but I mean, if you do, comment down below yes or no. I just want feedback from you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.